Time to launch a brand new product for the Asia Pacific region. And I just don't know if you've heard any clues or if you've seen anything that you thought might tell you what it is, but I can tell you this is a product that is an unbelievable new product. I can also tell you this, that this product has been in development for a long time. This has incredible science. It's going to be something that makes a huge difference in your individual life, but even a bigger difference for your business. So listen up, get ready to take some notes because I've got someone very special with me that's going to help us to launch this brand new product. But before I introduce him, I'm going to show you a slide and talk about some ways that we think about health here in the US. Now, have you guys ever heard this phrase, an apple a day keeps the doctor away? That's a phrase that is very common. I mean, for me growing up, we heard this phrase all the time. And the idea is that if you eat a healthy apple every single day, that you're going to get nutrients and vitamins and things in there that keep you healthy so you don't ever have to go to the doctor. Well, I don't know whether all of it is true. We do know apples are good for us, but did you know there's other cure-alls that we've got in the US that I would love to share and talk about? Have you ever been sick with a cold or the flu and your mother or your grandmother came to take care of you and they had some special remedies? Well, these are some of the funny, well, they're not all funny, but these are some of the remedies that my particular family used. In fact, that first one right there, chicken soup. Now, if you ask my mom, I think she thinks chicken soup is the cure-all, because no matter what you're sick with, chicken soup is going to be coming your way. And she makes some very good chicken soup. Now, the other thing that my mom did for me, well, actually, thinking about chicken soup, this is not just in my family. I think this is pretty widely accepted across the US and in the West. Now, the second one there is a glass of orange juice. When I was young, every single day before I left to go to school or to do any activity, Mom was giving me a glass of orange juice. In fact, we had glasses that were for juice. They were called juice glasses because it was supposed to be just the right amount. So that's another one, and turns out that she was actually pretty right. Vitamin C is good for us, so that's a good one. If any of you have been here and flown on any of the airlines, if you've been on American Airlines, Delta Airlines, what's another one? United Airlines, Southwest, this next one, Canada Dry Ginger Ale, is a very popular drink. And what does it cure? I'm not sure it cures anything, but it does, in the minds of everyone, it helps them with their stomach. You know, the funny thing is that ginger, in fact, is something that can help with that. And so there is a little bit of ginger in ginger ale, but ginger ale is a very popular cure-all. Also tea. So you see some hot tea there on the right. And contrary to what everyone thinks, that Americans only drink coffee, no, they do drink tea, and that would be all kinds of tea, black tea, green tea, many kinds of tea as sort of a cure-all. And last but not least, that one is actually salt water. It's a little hard to see it there, but that would be for a sore throat, right? You drink that down, it helps to soothe your throat. Well, now, what are some of the cure-alls over where you guys live? We asked a lot of people, so I want you to know we didn't make this list up. We asked quite a few people, and this was the answer. So the first one really surprised me, okay? I did not know that there was such a thing as black chicken, but in fact, there is a black chicken, and I guess black chicken soup is the thing. So again, chicken soup is still a very popular remedy. It's just a different color, and it happens to be black chicken, and that scares me a little bit, but I guess it's all okay. Also, we've got the pickled, so this is a pickled plum that's right there in those chopsticks, and that's got some properties about it that helps you feel better and it's supposed to help you kind of get over whatever you've got. This middle one is maybe my favorite, and I'm going to adopt this one. This is sake with a raw egg. Now, I'm going to leave out the raw egg personally, but sake with a raw egg is supposed to help cure you, and I'm just going to go with the sake because I know that cures plenty of things for me. And then the next one I was surprised by this. Coca-Cola, hot Coca-Cola. Okay, imagine heating up your Coke, and then you put some ginger And so again, the use of ginger, so there's some common themes here, and a little bit of lemon is supposed to make you feel better. Now the last one on the right that you can see, that is golden milk. Now, do all of you know what golden milk is? I think every grandmother and every mother in the region knows that turmeric has amazing benefits, amazing health benefits. And it seems like everyone knows, and they blend it into different kinds of things, but this is one of my favorite, golden milk. In fact, let me talk about golden milk for just a second. The more research that we did on turmeric and its benefits, and we looked at the region and what was really making a difference for people, turmeric really stood out. It was one of the very top ingredients. And in fact, I don't know if you know this, but turmeric has a history of helping people that spans over 4,000 years. I don't know how they can even tell it was 4,000 years. That is a long time. But for people to know and realize that there were health benefits is amazing to me. And I think what's even more amazing is that those people were right. Study after study after study now does, in fact, back up the health benefits of turmeric. But what's the best way to take advantage of these? Is it to have grandma make you some golden milk? Well, these are things we looked into, and you're going to be surprised at what we found out. First of all, this is turmeric right here. You're all familiar, and we've seen curries made with it. I mean, it's got that beautiful yellow color, and this is in the powder form. But did you know that there's a small ingredient inside turmeric called curcumin? Curcumin is actually the active ingredient that actually does the work. So when you think about when you extract that out, this is kind of the comparison. You'd have to have a whole bunch of turmeric to be able to get if you took the curcumin out, that's about the size that you'd have. Now, it's very difficult to get it out, and it's really hard. You'd have to have so much to be able to get it into your body the proper way. What we discovered is that when you just have turmeric in milk or in a soup or in any kind of a beverage, that you'd actually have to have a lot to be able to get the benefits that you need. Now, what are some of the benefits that are touted with turmeric? This is what the root looks like. And as you can see in this graphic, you can see that it's anywhere from depression, inflammation, stomach ulcers, I mean your ligaments, it's good for your skin, it helps you heal faster, better brain function, cholesterol, I mean it has incredible health benefits. So here at Jeunesse and with the Scientific Advisory Board, many of which you met in an earlier segment, they have found and come up with a formula that really, I mean, it just knocks your socks off when you think about the benefits of turmeric. Let's take a look at, I'm just going to give you a hint. Check this out. Did you know that in turmeric, the curcumin is only 3%, so the beneficial portion is only 3% of how much you consume. So if you're putting in a tablespoon, only 3% of that is beneficial. But it's also not being absorbed the right way. So in the form that we have, which is called Novasol, that's how you say that there at the top, Novasol. It's a company that helps to identify and to break down the curcumin into a very specialized form. It makes it 185 times more powerful and more bioavailable, which means your body can utilize it, than regular turmeric. And on top of that, there's something called bioperine, which is related to black pepper, and that increases the bioavailability even more, another 2,000%. So I'm not going to get into all of this. I actually have Christian Drapeau sitting right next to me, and he's going to tell us, but let me tell you what else is inside here. It's not just that. We also have additional very beneficial botanical extracts. So if you look there, I mentioned Novasol, bioperine. It's got aloe vera. We know the health benefits of aloe vera. Mangosteen, and whenever I visit Asia Pacific, I actually enjoy finding mangosteens all over the place. Very delicious, and also an amazing superfruit. Red ginger, cinnamon, which you'll hear the benefits of here in a moment, and monk fruit. So, oh, and I don't want to forget this. In this formula, there is actually 5 more fruits that happen to be a golden color, which I like because it really looks good with the turmeric. And that is mango, orange, pineapple, passion fruit smells so good, and lemon. All right, so I'm almost ready to introduce you. Can you see the shape of the product there? It reminds you of Reserve, right? Yes, it's in the very same pouch as Reserve, and yes, it is a gel, but look at this. This is a product obviously related to turmeric. It's the most bioavailable turmeric product we have seen on the market. Uses cutting-edge technology, a special absorption technology. It has very advanced ingredients. It's highly potent, so it really does get into your body. You can utilize it. It uses liposomal technology, and it's very unique. In fact, I use that last word because it really goes well with the name. Okay, this is a unique product. It's only available to all of you here at Jeunesse, and only in the Asia Pacific region right now. I believe the rest of the world's really going to want this. Are you guys ready to find out what it is? All right. The new product that falls within the youth enhancement system for the Asia Pacific region is called CUNIQUE. All right? CUNIQUE. Take a picture of this, do a screen grab. This is what the new packaging looks like. It is very good looking. The design of it is amazing. Again, to say it, CUNIQUE. It is and will be the gold standard when it comes to products related to turmeric and curcumin. Okay? So, again, just to recap, it's the most bioavailable, cutting edge. Look at all these benefits. And so now I am excited. I told you who was here. Christian Drapeau. If you guys have heard him come and speak, he's an amazing speaker. He's an amazing member of the Scientific Advisory Board here at Jeunesse. And just to tell you a few things about him, he's a plant-based stem cell scientist. He's been globally recognized for work in regenerative medicine and wellness. He holds a Bachelor of Science and Master of Science in Neurophysiology. He's a best-selling author and an international speaker, which will be obvious here in a minute, and he's been published in many medical journals. Please join and welcome to Orlando, welcome to this desk, and welcome to the Asia Pacific region. Everyone is so excited to have you with us. And so, Christian, I can't wait to have you tell us a little bit about how excited are you about this brand new product?
Really excited. First, I'm really glad to be here, Mark. Glad to be with all of you in Asia Pacific. But this product is, I mean, it's really exciting because I've rarely come across a product that the way that it's formulated, it's one of those products that I really want to take every day. So I can't wait to have it.
You know, before we even started, he looked over at me and he said, you know, I can't believe the energy I have about talking about this product. When you have something that's so amazing, it's easy to have excited energy. So take a minute and just talk about kind of that. You heard me say 4,000-year history. So how can a product that's so amazing as turmeric be developed in a new way that helps us really take advantage of those benefits everyone's seeking?
Yeah. So we'll come a little bit later as to what is unique about that form of curcumin, but think about this, you know, a product that is used for 4,000 years. You don't do something for 4,000 years if it doesn't work. If something is still being done 4,000 years later with tons of research, tons of data on the benefits of curcumin on health, then you know that you have a winner, that it's something that really works. So we've known, for example, well, curcumin, turmeric comes from India, in that region. It has been used for 4,000 years. Later on in the whole development, it was shared with China, probably about like 2,000 years ago. It's been used a lot in cuisine, in all kinds of preparations. It's part of Ayurvedic medicine, which, without going into a lot of details, Ayurvedic medicine is not medicine in the way that we see it, let's say, in China or in the West. It's really about lifestyle. It's your diet. It's how you cook things, how you include them into your diet. And it is in this way that turmeric or curcumin has really penetrated, you know, the customs of this region of the world. So it's been used in cuisine, in many kind of dishes. It's used also when we say in daily life. It's used, for example, after childbirth. The golden milk that you talked about before, that is something that is prescribed. It's like a tea, but it's prescribed from a medicinal standpoint so that women can recover very quickly from childbirth. If you need to recover for any kind of injury, again, they will prescribe golden milk. So it's used in many, many different ways, and it's even used when we talk about religious customs after what? I don't know exactly at what age, maybe 1 month old, they will shave the head of a child, put a little paste of turmeric, apply this to the head. We know from a scientific standpoint that it's anti-inflammatory, it's antioxidant, it will also prevent bleeding. But they do this essentially because of the very purifying properties of turmeric. It's to basically cleanse that child of everything that comes from the past lives and everything else to prepare the child for this new life. So there's a lot about turmeric in India.
That's an amazing story. I did not know that. It makes me wonder. I mean, I bet it looks great. I would love to see the pictures of those little kids.
They have their head orange for a few weeks.
Well, also, now you mentioned to me earlier, we were talking about this product, and something that Christian told me is that there are antioxidant properties with turmeric, and especially with this particular formula, but you said it's something a little different. So help me understand the difference in antioxidants, the way it works within this product.
So oftentimes when we talk about antioxidants or free radicals, a free radical is a molecule that could damage cells or things in the body, and you use an antioxidant to sort of quench or neutralize the free radical. That's what we understand as being an antioxidant. Turmeric or curcumin is a powerful antioxidant, but it works in a different way, meaning that it modulates various biochemical pathways in the body that leads to the production of free radicals. So in a way, it works much more, in a way that is much more specific, much more targeted in various areas of the body, and that's the reason why this property of being antioxidant actually leads, as we will see a little bit later, to a broad variety of health benefits, sort of all tied to its antioxidant properties, but coming through these various pathways in the body. And it's also anti-inflammatory. Most of the benefit comes through these two main benefits. So we see here the various ingredients that we have, the primary ingredients, I should say, in CUNIQUE. So let's go through all these different ingredients and explain what they do in the body, how they work together. But to start, we need to really talk about this Novasol preparation of curcumin. It's a proprietary formula, and we need to understand what it means. So curcumin is not very well absorbed. You may want to start I think you need just one more click to get the video going, I think. There you go. So curcumin is a lipophilic compound, meaning it's soluble in oil and not in water. So if it does not disperse in water, when you consume it with a drink, you don't absorb it very well. So in order to absorb these kinds of molecules very well, you need to coat it with another layer of lipid, which is what is called a liposome. So that's a short video of how the Novasol curcumin is done. You fragment these big chunk, if you want, of curcumin, coat them with lipids, so it makes a micelle, a vacuole, a pocket, a bubble, if you want, that contains inside curcumin. When you have it in that form, it will disperse in water very well, and then it will allow your digestive system to absorb it very effectively. And I think the next slide here shows something that is really nice, because it kind of shows you the difference in absorption. So on the one to the left, you have basically curcumin simply added to the water, and you can see that it does not mix very well. I think you may have to. There you go. So, you put curcumin in water. It does not dissolve very well in water. So as you see, it's like olive oil on water. It just sits there and it does not mix. But if you put Novasol in water, curcumin Novasol in water, you can see how rapidly it dispersed in the water, so it will be carried by the phenomenon taking place in the gut to absorb nutrients so that you can absorb it so much better. Like Mark said before, 185 times more than native or natural curcumin. And the next video just shows a little bit the difference of absorption. So this is what we see here is the absorption of something that normally dissolves in water, like vitamin C. Here's what happens when something does not dissolve in water. It's lipid soluble. It bounces on the membrane in the gut, and it needs some assistance to be absorbed, and at the end, very little of it is absorbed. But if you can take those molecules, wrap them into a liposome, what happens is that when they reach that membrane in the gut, they will have the ability of crossing this barrier and basically being absorbed much more easily. That's what we have with curcumin Novasol. And here's a graph that basically brings back different forms of curcumin as it has been found in the scientific literature and their various absorption. And we can see that Novasol is by far the one that has the highest level of absorption. Now, so as it stands, it would be one of the greatest ingredient alone, but we've added something else to the formula, which is an extract of black pepper called bioperine. So it's a concentrate of a compound called piperine, which comes from black pepper, and studies have shown, well, before we go to the study, one thing that is known about piperine or bioperine, which is a branded extract of piperine, is that when you consume it, it has a very specific effect on small blood vessels. It increases blood circulation, what we call vasodilation. So basically, it enhances the ability to absorb nutrient. So studies have shown that if we couple curcumin, not Novasol, curcumin alone with its poor absorption, and we couple that with bioperine, we can increase the absorption by up to 2,000%. So now we can go and see what happens if we blend all of these together. So you normally have in turmeric, like Mark was showing before, about only 3% of turmeric is curcumin. Now you take this and you concentrate it about 33 times because curcumin is roughly about 100% pure. And now you prepare it into this liposomal form that is Novasol, and now you increase it, so from 33 times concentration, now you add 185 times bioavailability, and you couple it with bioperine, and you have a potential of another 20-fold enhancement in absorption. So it really makes Novasol, compared to curcumin, massively more bioavailable. So you take just a little bit of Novasol, and it will be the equivalent of way more curcumin. So that's basically what we have when we refer to, when we talk about Novasol.
Unbelievable. I can't believe those statistics. And if you guys just take a look, I don't know if you saw on the bottom, but did you know it would take, you would have to have 100 kilograms of turmeric to be able to get the same benefits. 100 kilograms, it's like weighs more than me. So that you would have to have an incredible amount.
Yeah, your skin would be yellow before you get the benefits.
Very, very yellow. So again, looking at this graphic, I mean, this kind of helps really understand how much you would have to consume to even get close to the benefits that we get with this new CUNIQUE.
And here we're talking just about the absorption. So Novasol that we have in CUNIQUE, the form of curcumin, is extremely more bioavailable than normal curcumin or other types of curcumins on the marketplace. Now let's talk about what it does in the body.
Definitely. So going back to the youth enhancement system, one of the things that I struggled with, Christian, is what category is a product like this that has so many benefits, and where are we going to put it? And so we found out that it falls into almost 9 of the categories that are a part of the youth enhancement system. That's how beneficial this product is, and really incredible when you think about it. I was just blown away by how many benefits and what this product can actually do for all of our wonderful people. Now, one of the things, I love this next slide, and if you think about this as an equation, and I'm not a math guy, but if you take a product as powerful as CUNIQUE and you add it to a product like RevitaBlue and Reserve, like help take a minute and talk to us about those synergistic effects. You know, how can these products actually enhance the benefits that we're getting from CUNIQUE?
Yes, yes. Before I answer your question, Mark, something that is fascinating here is that you have here with these three products what I refer to as foundational product, foundational ingredients. Like if there is one thing that you take every day, and whether you feel it or not, you know with all the work that has been done, but also the centuries of use of these ingredients, you know that your body will get benefits. So in RevitaBlue, you get sea buckthorn berry that has been used in Mongolian medicine, Chinese medicine, Tibetan medicine for thousands of years. With Reserve, you have resveratrol. So many studies have been done on resveratrol. You know that add this to your diet, you will get benefits. And now we have the same thing with CUNIQUE. Curcumin falls in the same class. You know that when you put curcumin in your body, you will get benefits. The beauty here of these three products together is that they really do different things, although their benefits sort of cross in some ways that provides amazing synergy. You put stem cells in the circulation with RevitaBlue, well, both CUNIQUE and Reserve will support then the role of stem cells once they are released. Both CUNIQUE and Reserve have benefits on the immune system that will be different than the benefits that RevitaBlue has. And we can continue like this to talk about this synergy. All I can say to summarize it, if you have access to CUNIQUE, and we're kind of jealous because we don't yet, but take these three products together and experience what they can do in your body.
Yeah, that's a great point. I am a little bit worried now that I can't get a hold of this. In fact, me not being able to be there, I can't sneak and bring some home in my luggage. So I hope somebody out there is going to ship me some, because I really, really want to get my hands on this product. Now, to recap and get back to CUNIQUE, all right? It's just, I showed this slide, but Christian, can you take a minute and just talk about, a little more specifically, like the wide array of benefits that we get from a product like this?
So if we focus here on curcumin, so we have in CUNIQUE the best source, most bioavailable form of curcumin. But what does curcumin do in the body? Well, we talked about its antioxidant properties that translate into a broad variety of benefits. When we talk about pain, digestive system, health of the lung, of the respiratory system, the ability to recover after exercise, to heal faster from various kinds of wounds or injury, whatever is happening in the body, brain function, all of these are indirectly linked to its antioxidant properties. But there are three other aspects that I would like to emphasize a little bit more. Curcumin also has very, very significant anti-inflammatory properties. It's probably one of those things for which it's most known. So specifically, outside of its antioxidant property, good effect on inflammation. Another of its benefits is its benefits on lipids in the blood. So we focus here on cholesterol, but essentially studies done with curcumin for its effect on inflammation or other aspects of human health. Well, in these studies, when they do a blood test, they realize that it also helps normalize blood lipids, which is extremely important for health as well. Now, another field of research that is now going wild, it's the effect of curcumin on brain function, but most specifically on Alzheimer's. So the research is being done, but there's already a lot of work that has been shown that it could benefit various aspects of brain function. When we develop problems like Alzheimer's, there are deposits that are being put in the brain that we need to cleanse. And it is through this effect, by cleansing the brain, that curcumin seems to have this effect on helping brain function. So one of its other benefits is on small capillary circulation. So blood circulation in small blood vessels, it helps blood circulation, which could be how it helps remove those deposits in the brain. So we also have the benefits on cardiac function. If you come back just to the previous one, another thing that is very interesting, previous one, that is important to talk about in terms of the benefits with curcumin is this AGE, advanced glycation end product. So what that means is that when you have high blood glucose, you know, you go to the doctor and they measure what is called your HbA1c. Well, HbA1c, it's your hemoglobin, and when you have too much glucose in your blood, then takes place in your blood the same phenomenon that when you cook meat with sugar, you call this caramelization. Well, it's the same thing that happens. It happens to hemoglobin, but it happens to a lot of other proteins in your body, and it's the cause of the development of most of the problems associated with elevated blood glucose. So basically those compounds that forms in the blood that leads to neuropathy, problems with vision, problems with circulation, all the problems linked with diabetes comes from those AGE, while curcumin was documented to be able to reduce this, to reduce these in the blood. So this is what we know of curcumin. Now we have in this formula also black pepper. Black pepper was documented, aside from its effect on curcumin, it supports blood, the whole cardiovascular system, which means in the gut better absorption of anything that you have in your diet. It's also been documented to help control blood glucose, to reduce inflammation, to reduce pain. You may have seen black pepper in various kinds of lotion used to help joint pain, for example, and it supports good digestive health. It's almost the same benefits that we have with ginger. So ginger, completely different mechanism of action, but essentially the same kinds of benefits. We all know how ginger is good for digestion. They give it to you after sushi, for example, to help your digestion. It's good for digestion. It's also an anti-inflammatory, anti-pain, support blood glucose, support blood circulation as well. And we have in the formula cinnamon. Cinnamon works differently, but cinnamon is another one of those ingredients, natural ingredients, that we would say make sure you add cinnamon in your diet, and it's bound to have great benefits for your health. One of the primary reasons why it has these benefits on health, it's because cinnamon is very good to eliminate unfriendly bacteria in your gut. So by having everyday cinnamon in your diet, you help maintain a healthy intestinal gut flora. So now you bring all of these together and you have CUNIQUE.
Incredible information. I'm shocked by what you just shared with us. And those ingredients, I mean, that is something special. And I had no idea black pepper could be so, I mean, I put black pepper on lots of things, but I did not know all the benefits. Ginger, cinnamon, all working so well together. Well, I was fascinated by this next slide, and when I learned about what it is there, and I'll explain it quickly to everyone. If you look at reserve, we know it has what in it? Resveratrol, right? Did you know that there's this many published studies, 14,814 studies on resveratrol? And if you go over to CUNIQUE, all right, so speaking of turmeric and curcumin, 17,742. That's how many published studies there are about it, and we know for 4,000 years. But what's this number in the middle, and how does that relate to these two products?
Well, interestingly enough, we talked about the synergy between Reserve and CUNIQUE. Well, there's already about 1,000 studies that have looked at the synergy between resveratrol and curcumin. So we're not coming with this out of the blue. There's a lot of science behind that synergy, specifically with resveratrol and curcumin, and I think you have a list of just a few of those studies, if you have a chance to read them, just to show that it touches various aspects of human health.
Yeah, amazing. Look at this list. I mean, and to think that there's 1,000. So we just gave you the first part of that list, and feel free to look those things up. It's just awesome research that we've got. Another thing that fascinates me about this launch and about this product, and I've been learning a little bit about this, the whole yin and yang when it comes to how products work together, and especially in the East, the idea of heating and cooling as a way to balance our bodies and to get the benefits we need. But could you help us understand this concept and how it relates to this new product?
This is something that it's really hard for our Western mind to kind of wrap itself around these kinds of concept of something being heating for the body or cooling for the body, but it's something that is everywhere in Asia. In Chinese medicine, you've heard of the yin and yang, but in Ayurvedic medicine, you have the same thing as well. They simply add another element, which is air, if you want. But you've got the same kind of concepts. So when we look, so you want balance. If you have something that is too heating for the body, it may be, from a biochemical standpoint, from our Western medicine, it may be good, but from an Asian perspective, and actually we all have the same body, so if it's true for everybody, you also want to balance it with a cooling effect. So all these ingredients that we talked about before, the curcumin, the ginger, the pepper, the cinnamon, even the mango, these are heating elements. So in order to balance this product, you want to bring other components that will be cooling. And that's why we have here the mangosteen, the passion fruit, the aloe, the various fruits, orange, pineapple, monk fruit. These are all cooling ingredients. So it brings a very, very interesting synergy from that standpoint, you know, all within CUNIQUE.
So fascinating, so interesting. And you know, it happens to be my birthday today, which means I am a Libra, okay? And Libra...
Happy birthday.
Thank you very much. But as a Libra, we're all about balance, and this is actually the symbol. And that is so unique about CUNIQUE, is that we do have that balance. So to me, the research, the development, the taking these concepts and really putting everything, all of these amazing things into one product, really blows my mind, and I couldn't be more excited. Now, I wanted to talk about one other thing, and that is, these are very important concepts to people these days. This formula is gluten-free, all right? A lot of people need to know that. It's also vegan. It's soy-free, it's dairy-free, it's non-GMO, it's very low calorie, and there are no artificial colors. Now, you might think there are because it is actually quite a beautiful color when you drink it, but it's just from those fantastic fruits that are available. Also, from a marketing standpoint, all right? When you guys think about going out and talking about this new product, I want you to know that we're going to give you everything that we always do to help you talk about this product. So there's going to be a sales sheet with all the information that you need to be able to help someone understand. There's a lot of information related to CUNIQUE. We've also got good video resources. It's going to be on your replicated website. There's going to be social media content. And you will also be able to access all of that on CUNIQUE Jeunesse, just like always. So when people become interested, and by the way, this is so easy to share. When you start sharing the health benefits that you've received, people will ask you and want to know more about this brand new product. It's easy to share it, hand it right to them, let them try it. It tastes amazing, by the way, and people will become interested, and you can share all that information. Now, coming back and thinking about what we talked about in the beginning, about a cure-all, something that can really help your body. You know, that whole idea of an apple a day, I think, is maybe the wrong idea. It's really a CUNIQUE a day is what I think is what we really need. And I'm telling you, this isn't even a joke. I really believe. And by the way, we recommend you have 2 per day to get the maximum benefits. But everyone that has used this product and during the development is raving. This product tastes great, but way beyond that, it works. It does everything that it says it does, and it's unique. It's totally different than what anyone else has, and it ties into such an amazing history. So any last words that you've got about this brand new product?
As soon as you can put your hands on this product, get it, blend it with Revitably and Reserve. You're going to have an amazing synergy. And really, my last word here is just to say, Chris, I'm sure you're hearing right now. I think you have friends in America that would like maybe to have some samples, right?
2 friends right here.
That's right.
Definitely. Chris, please bring it our way. And we just congratulate you on all of your amazing achievements. We also hope you're all doing well, you and your families. We think about you. We hope that all of you are having success, and keep up the great work. We know that this is an amazing product. It really is going to make a difference for you. And so take care, and we hope to see you again soon live. Thank you for being with us, and enjoy this brand new product, CUNIQUE.